Virgo, stop scrolling and listen carefully. The last 2 days of May are not normal. There's a spiritual energy shift happening around you right now, and it's not subtle. The universe is speaking. But only those who are spiritually awake will hear the message, and if you make even one of these 3 karmic mistakes, you could block your blessings, delay your destiny, and stay trapped in the same cycle until 2033. This is your final warning before a major timeline closes. So take a deep breath, silence the noise around you, and give me your full attention, because what you're about to hear could change the next 8 years of your life. These aren't just mistakes. They are spiritual traps designed to test your soul, and in the next few minutes you'll learn how to escape them before it's too late. Virgo, let's talk about timing, because timing is everything when it comes to your destiny. And the truth is, the final 2 days of May, May 30th and May 31st, are not just regular dates on a calendar. They are spiritually charged, they are karmically loaded, and they are vibrating with energy that directly impacts you. Here's why. Your ruling planet, Mercury, has just come out of retrograde shadow. That means the spiritual fog you've been walking through for weeks is finally beginning to clear. You may already feel it. You're starting to sense things more sharply. The whispers from your intuition are growing louder. You feel pulled to reflect, to shift, to decide. That's not a coincidence. That's Mercury clearing the path so you can see the truth of your soul's journey. But that's not all. Right now, Saturn and Neptune, 2 of the most powerful spiritual planets, are dancing through your 7th house. That's the house of relationships, soul contracts, and divine partnerships. And when these 2 cosmic giants activate your chart, it's not about surface-level drama. No, Virgo, it's deep. This means you might notice people from your past suddenly popping up in your mind, or even in real life. You may feel triggered by old emotional wounds you thought you healed. You may be questioning who truly belongs in your life and who's just draining your energy. These aren't just emotions, they are tests. They are soul checkpoints designed to see if you're still stuck in old cycles or ready to evolve. Because here's the truth. The decisions you make on May 30th and May 31st will ripple forward into June, July, and beyond. Some of you are standing at the doorway of a completely new timeline, one that leads to more purpose, love, clarity, and abundance. But only if you step through consciously, if you ignore the signs, if you repeat the old patterns, if you brush off the energetic nudges, then the universe will take that as your answer. I'm not ready. But if you show up with awareness, if you move with courage, if you act from alignment, then the universe opens the gate. These last 48 hours of May are your final chance to break a karmic loop you've been trapped in for years. And if you pass this checkpoint, you don't just change your June, you change your entire future. This is a spiritual crossroad, Virgo, and the universe is watching closely. So ask yourself, am I repeating history? Or am I finally writing a new chapter? Virgo, let me be clear. The first karmic mistake that could sabotage your entire timeline is this: ignoring your inner voice. You already know this. You've spent your whole life trusting your mind. You analyze, you plan, you look at the data. You need things to make sense. But the last 2 days of May, they are not logical. They are energetic. They are spiritual. They are intuitive. And if you try to reason your way through them, you'll miss the message completely. During this sacred window, you might start experiencing strange things, dreams that feel way too real, random flashes of memories you haven't thought about in years, sudden emotions that rise out of nowhere, maybe even tears without explanation. That quiet nudge in your gut telling you this isn't right or something big is coming. Virgo, this is not your imagination. This is your higher self, your soul, your divine guidance team trying to get your attention. The veil is thin, and the universe is trying to hand you the blueprint for your next chapter. But here's the trap. You've been conditioned to silence it. You might say to yourself, "Oh, I'm just tired. I'm just overthinking again. I'll deal with it later." Or worst of all, it's not that deep, but it is that deep. These moments are not distractions. They are downloads. That uneasiness in your chest, it's not anxiety. It's alignment trying to get your attention. That whisper in the back of your mind, it's not noise, it's guidance. But if you push it aside, if you label your intuition as nonsense or emotional, you miss the very moment your soul is trying to lead you toward freedom. So, here's what you need to remember. If I feel it, I must face it. If I hear the whisper, I must trust it. Write that down, say it out loud, tattoo it on your spirit if you have to. Because this is how your destiny begins to unfold. Not with a loud explosion, but with a gentle whisper you chose to listen to. And Virgo, don't let your need for control silence your soul's truth. If your gut tells you to let go of something, do it. If your intuition says wait, then wait. If your heart says this is your moment, believe it. Because the voice inside you knows what's coming next, even if your mind doesn't. And if you ignore that voice in these final 2 days of May, you may miss the spiritual opportunity of the entire year. Virgo. The second mistake is just as dangerous, maybe even more dangerous, than ignoring your intuition. It's this, repeating an old pattern, and let me tell you, the universe knows exactly how to test you. Don't be surprised if in these final 2 days of May, someone from your past shows up out of nowhere. It could be that friend who always made you feel small, that ex who keeps circling back every time you start healing, that family member who guilt trips you into giving more than you have, that unhealthy habit or routine that you know no longer serves you. And it might not even be loud. It could be a text, a memory, a sudden craving, a casual just checking in. But it's not casual at all. It's a test, a Karmicus Eleanor's-a-pont. Because here's the thing. The universe isn't trying to torture you. It's giving you a chance to break the cycle. You've been here before. You've said yes when you should have said no. You've tried to fix things that were never yours to fix. You've stayed quiet to keep the peace, while destroying your own inner peace. But Virgo, this time you know better. This time you feel the old pattern rising, and now you have a choice. Fall back into the loop, or step into your power and rise. You might feel tempted, that's normal. You might feel emotional, that's expected. You might even feel guilty for saying no. But guess what? Growth requires guilt. Healing requires discomfort. Breaking patterns requires courage. Say this out loud with me. I break this pattern now. I choose peace over pleasing. I choose alignment over attachment. This is your declaration to the universe that you're done settling. And here's the reward. When you say no to the wrong pattern, you create space for the right energy to enter. That toxic tie, replaced by a soul-aligned connection. That draining routine, replaced by powerful purpose. That false version of you that kept others comfortable, replaced by the real you, the liberated, grounded and whole version of your soul. But if you slip and repeat, then yes, the cycle continues, the lesson repeats, and the timeline stays the same. But if you pass this test, Virgo, you graduate spiritually and your life begins to move again. So next time that old pattern shows up, look it dead in the eye and say, "Not this time. I've outgrown this version of myself." Because the only thing standing between you and your next blessing is the courage to break what once broke you. Now Virgo, this next mistake, it's the one almost everyone overlooks. Because it's silent, it's subtle, but it's deeply spiritual. The third karmic mistake is ignoring your body's signals. You're a thinker, a doer, a perfectionist. You're used to pushing through pain, ignoring exhaustion, brushing off discomfort, just to get things done. But during the final 2 days of May, that approach could spiritually disconnect you from divine flow. Because in this energetic window, your body becomes the loudest spiritual messenger you have. Forget signs on license plates or angel numbers for a moment. Your soul is speaking through your physical form. So if you're suddenly feeling unexplainable exhaustion, like your body is begging you to slow down tightness in your chest or shallow breathing, like you're carrying anxiety that isn't even yours, a weird headache, stomach pain or dizziness. But doctors say you're fine, a heavy sinking feeling when you think about someone or some decision. That's not random, that's not something to brush off, that's not just stress. That's your intuition in the flesh. It's your body trying to scream what your mind keeps silencing. Something's off. You're not aligned. Please pause. Please listen. Please heal. But here's the trap, Virgo. You'll feel the urge to override it, to push through, to say, I don't have time to rest, to keep fixing, planning, doing. But these last 2 days of May, they are not about hustle. They are about resting, letting your nervous system breathe, realigning, checking in with your soul's direction, receiving, opening space for divine messages to reach you. You can't receive spiritual guidance if you're sprinting through your soul's red lights. This is the time to say no to anything that feels draining. Cancel plans that no longer resonate. Take that nap, that walk, that pause, even if it feels unproductive. Because Virgo, your productivity does not determine your worth. Your alignment does. Let this sink in. If your body says no, trust it. If your body tightens, that's guidance. If your energy dips, honor it. Your body is not weak. It is wise. It's a spiritual compass. And in this moment, it might just save you from walking the wrong path. So take a breath, put your hand on your heart, and ask, what is my body trying to tell me that I've been too busy to hear? Because when you listen, truly listen, you realign with the timeline that was always meant for you. Virgo. We've talked about the 3 karmic traps. We've exposed the dangers, but now let's talk about the reward. Let's talk about what happens if you pass the test, if you trust your intuition instead of doubting it, if you break the old patterns instead of repeating them, if you listen to your body instead of overriding it. Then something extraordinary begins to unfold, a karmicus shift, a divine reward, a spiritual breakthrough. And no, this isn't vague or wishful thinking. This is how energetic contracts work. Because the universe is always watching, not to punish you, but to elevate you. So what can you expect if you align with your highest path? Financial flow in early June. If you've been blocked financially, get ready, because once your energy clears, abundance follows. That job you thought you lost, a better one appears. That opportunity you didn't get, the right one shows up. The money you've been waiting for, suddenly unlocked. Why? Because you're no longer in resistance. You're no longer tied to outdated patterns that drain your power. A soul-aligned relationship, whether it's romantic, business or friendship, the universe clears out karmic placeholders to make room for divine connections. The kind that supports your soul, not your survival. The kind where you don't have to shrink, explain or prove. Mental peace. Like you haven't felt in years. Let's be real, Virgo minds are always active. But once you step into alignment, a wave of peace begins to settle over you. Your thoughts slow down, your heart rate softens, you finally start sleeping through the night, without that pit in your stomach or that noise in your head. It's not magic, it's what happens when you're no longer fighting the truth. This is the moment where your timeline splits. 2 paths are forming before you. One leads you right back into the same loops, the same people, the same pain, the same patterns that kept you stuck since 2020, or even earlier. The other leads you into something new, a chapter filled with purpose, alignment, peace, and prosperity. But the universe won't push you. It whispers, and then it waits. This is the last karmic doorway of May, Virgo. What you do in these final 48 hours will echo for years. So ask yourself, not with fear, but with power. Am I choosing my past, or am I choosing my divine destiny? Because once you say yes to your soul, the blessings can finally find you. Virgo, if you've made it this far, your soul is ready. You've received the warning. You've felt the truth land in your chest. Now it's time to act, because action anchors energy. These final 48 hours of May are not for drifting, doubting, or delaying. They're for alignment. They're for conscious movement. And the way you end this month will determine how you begin June. So here are 3 powerful things you must do before May ends. 1. Journal your intuition. Get out of your head, get into your heart. Grab a notebook and start writing. Write down every random dream that felt strangely meaningful. Sudden gut feeling you couldn't explain, thought that won't leave you alone, sign or symbol that keeps showing up. Don't overthink it. Don't try to make sense of it, just pour it out. Let your soul speak through the pen. Why? Because journaling turns whispers into words. It helps you track patterns, confirm messages, and connect dots that your conscious mind can't yet see. And once it's on the page, you'll be shocked how much wisdom was already inside you. 2. Clean your energy field. Your body is a temple. Your aura is sacred space. And if you've been feeling heavy, anxious, or disconnected, it's time to cleanse. Here's how. Take a salt bath. Add sea salt or Epsom salt to your water and soak in silence. Burn sage, Palo Santo, or incense to clear negative energy from your space. Listen to 528 Hz music. The frequency of transformation and DNA, healing, and most importantly, disconnect from what drains you. Mute the noise, put your phone down, say no to people and plans that feel forced. This is about reclaiming your frequency so your blessings can recognize you again. 3. Affirm your new path. Out loud words are spells. What you say becomes your reality. So speak this into existence. Declare it with conviction. I break the pattern. I choose my destiny. I am not who I used to be. I am ready for the new me. Say it in the mirror. Say it in the shower. Say it 11 times if you have to. But say it because the universe is listening. These next 48 hours are your final energetic imprint on May. End this chapter with intention. And June will begin with miracles. Before you go, Virgo, don't leave without doing this. If this message spoke to your soul, if you felt that deep inner yes while watching, subscribe right now and hit the bell icon, because the next spiritual wave is already on the horizon. And I'll be right here, guiding you through every energetic storm, every divine test, and every cosmic upgrade that's coming your way. And do something powerful today. Share this video. Send it to another Virgo you love, a friend, a sibling, a partner, someone who may be walking blindly into these same 3 karmic mistakes and not even realize it. Let this video be their awakening moment. And now, keep the momentum going. Go watch this next video right now. Virgo, 5 millionaire numbers for June. The universe is sending you codes. Because once you pass the test, the reward begins. And those lucky numbers, they aren't random. They're divine instructions just for you. And finally, let your soul speak out loud in the comments. Comment 11 times below. I will pass this test. I choose my divine timeline. Not once, 11 times, because repetition is activation. Because when you declare it with energy, the universe hears you louder. Let your energy echo through this video. Let your spirit be witnessed. And let this be the moment. Everything begins to change.